What is going on, beautiful people? Hope you're having a beautiful day, because I am having a beautiful day. So guys, today's video is going to be in regards to protein. So protein possesses amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein, and that is exactly what your muscles are made out of, right? Muscle is just a protein, just like we eat chicken breasts, that's just a muscle. You're getting in protein through that source. So today, what we're gonna do is go over the top 5 protein sources for bodybuilding, for the goal of building muscle. And I'm also gonna take you guys through exactly why I've chosen those top 5. So firstly, I just wanted to let you know, obviously there's way more sources of protein than just 5. And I do recommend eating from a whole variety of protein sources. But if I had to shorten it down to 5, these would be my 5. So I'm not gonna talk too much, just gonna jump straight into this one. All right guys, so protein source number 1 is going to have to be the chicken breast. So chicken breast, the reason that that's at number 1 is because it is so damn lean, all right? Chicken breast, very, very, very lean, all right? Chicken breast has a pretty good makeup of amino acids as well, which are the building blocks of protein. Okay, there is essential amino acids and then there's not so much essential amino acids. Now chicken breast is also number 1 because it ranks pretty damn high in a cost-effective way, okay? So chicken breast really doesn't cost that much, maybe $6-7 a kilo, and it lasts a very long time. So convenience factor is also up there. You can cook it in bulk, you can cook it in either the oven, the stove. It tastes pretty damn phenomenal. And yeah, there's so much variety you could do it. You could grill it, you could barbecue it, you could oven roast it, you could boil it, you could poach it, whatever you want to do. Chicken breast, great source of overall protein. Its protein content to fat content is one of the highest that you will find out there, and that is exactly why it's ranked at number 1. All right guys, so protein source number 2 is going to be the eggs or egg whites, okay? So we're gonna categorize those in the same category. Now, eggs are a perfect makeup of protein. They have one of the best amino acid profiles out there in terms of actual animal protein sources. So eggs are very high up there. They're also pretty cost effective, and you can also get cartoned egg whites, which last even longer. Okay, so the egg itself, the yolk, a whole egg is pretty good, but the idea is for protein specifically, egg whites is the best go. It is by far the best protein to fat content available, okay? It's like probably like 99% protein, 1% fat. It is absolutely phenomenal. Now, however, so many people demonize the yolk, and that is completely unnecessary. The yolk has a pretty good makeup of actual nutrients as opposed to the egg whites. The egg whites has nothing but pretty much protein. However, the yolk packs a pretty good punch from a nutritional standpoint. So eggs and egg whites, pretty damn good. I would have that on a daily basis to build up the guns. Now also, you can make it taste pretty good, all right? So if you cook it on the stove, you make an omelet, you might make scrambled eggs, you can make poached eggs, you can make hard-boiled eggs, and then a few cracks of pink salt, a bit of pepper, throw in some veg with that, and boom, presto, you've got an absolutely very protein-dense meal that tastes absolutely incredible. All right, guys, so protein source number 3 is going to be the fish, all right? And this is going to come in the form of, tilapia, whitefish, or, salmon, tuna, all that kind of stuff. So first and foremost, protein source, the best overall protein content is going to have to be the whitefish, the tilapia. The reason is there is barely any fat within that said protein source. When you head towards a more salmon route, you're going to be getting in more fat, less protein, and more calories as a result, which isn't bad overall, but if you're trying to cut down, it's bad. So it all depends on your goals specifically, right? Now fish, some people are gonna hate it, some people are gonna love it. Me personally, I love fish for a few reasons, right? I find the taste to be actually pretty damn palatable, and 2, it's very, very light on the stomach. So if you are on a very high protein diet, let's say you're cutting, and for the use of protein being higher to burn more calories, you are eating a lot of protein basically, and it's taking a toll on your stomach. It's hard to actually get in that protein, so much of it. So the idea is if you have fish, it's much lighter on the stomach, much easier to eat, consume, and you feel a lot less, bloated. You don't feel the effects of it as much. So cooking it, you can cook it in bulk. All right, cook it in the oven. It works just like chicken breast. You put it in there, cook it up 20 to 25 minutes, pull it out nice, and it kind of gets very crispy. However, you can cook it on the pan, you can steam it, etc. Whatever you want to do, man. Please understand, salmon has a ton of calories in it, so you don't want to be going overboard on the salmon, or you'll put on quite a lot of weight because the fat content in there is pretty substantial. However, just for protein route, whitefish takes the cake. All right, guys, so number 4 protein source is going to have to be turkey. Now, turkey is the greatest in terms of protein to fat ratio, right? Now, it does outrank chicken as well in this form. However, it is a lot less accessible than chicken. It also costs a little bit more. And frankly, you know, depending on your taste buds, depending on your palate, you might find it to taste a little worse, all right? I find it a little bit sweeter. Chicken breast for me, it's a go-to. Turkey, however, you can get turkey mince, you can get regular turkey breast, you can get deli turkey that you can have on sandwiches, that kind of stuff. Turkey, again, it's just like chicken. You can oven roast it, you can cook it on a pan, all that kind of stuff. It is a little bit more costly than the actual chicken itself, so that is why it doesn't come in at a higher rank. All right, guys, so last but not least, number 5 is going to be your lean red meats. Now, lean red meat, specifically, man, red meat in general is pretty damn good, depending on your goals, your diet, etc. You do want to stay away from the real fatty stuff, you know, the real T-bone kind of steaks, because of the fat content itself. It's packed in saturated fat, not that great for your overall health. But however, from a protein content, you can get some very good lean cuts of meat. You can get some good steaks. You can also get mince, beef mince, all right? You can get pretty damn lean. You can get almost, I think, 95/5. So 95% lean, 5% fat. So every 100 grams that you're having, you'll be getting 5 grams of fat from that content. So yes, red meat is an amazing source of protein. However, it is just a lot more costly than, you know, the poultry and the fish. So keep that in mind if you're going down that route. You don't need red meat, but it is a great source to have nonetheless. Another thing is red meat, you can't really cook in bulk. You can, but like, you wouldn't want to. It's gonna get dry. If you're having steak, you really wanna have that steak straight off the grill, tender, charcoaled, very nice. Whereas chicken, you can kind of get away with that. It still tastes pretty damn good coming out of the fridge a day or two later. So that is why red meat ranks in number 5. All right, guys, so that is my top 5 go-to protein sources. Now, obviously, as I said before, they are not the only protein sources that exist. Shocker, right? There is protein powder, there is beans, legumes, protein is pretty much in everything. In just about every vegetable. Broccoli has a pretty good content of protein, so do almonds, peanuts, nuts, peanut butter spreads. So much, right? So much. There's so much stuff that you can get your protein from. They are just 5 of a plethora of sources. However, you might notice that I didn't actually put protein powder in that list. The reason is protein powder is a supplement nonetheless, all right? So that should supplement the foods that you're eating there. So if you're not already eating those foods, the chicken breast, the eggs, the protein sources that come from natural food, whole foods, then protein will do absolutely nothing for you. So please keep that in mind. So guys, I want to leave you with this. I would recommend over, you know, a day to a week to be eating a whole range of proteins. The reason is their protein makeup of amino acids are gonna be different. So if you get in more variety and more sources of protein, you're more than likely going to be ticking the boxes on the essential amino acids that you need to be getting to build the muscles. So guys, that is top 5 protein sources. Take from that, let me know in the comments what your favorite protein source is. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a like. And if there's any other top 5s you want me to do, let me know and I'll be sure to do that. So I'm just gonna wrap the video up here. I hope you enjoyed watching because I enjoy making. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.